Right. Well, to kick us off for AI engineering is Alex. Alex has done a very interesting project called Alice. Alice is your personal AI librarian, I believe, if I'm going to sum up that way. You can chat to Alice as a chatbot about all of your questions on books and literature. Best of luck, Alex. I'll let you take this one away.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me? Let me share my screen. And share the sound too. Hopefully you hear me better than during the first presentation. Okay. You see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Then let's hit the road. So, hi everyone. My name is Alexandre Donciu-Julin. I'm an AI software engineer thanks to Ironhack. And during my bootcamp, I had the pleasure to work on my project called Alice. She's an AI librarian. And the pitch of the project was to basically build the library of the 21st century, like try to attract people to libraries again, help them and build a chatbot that's going to support them through their literature journey. Here's a quick overview of the project. So we were asked to develop a multimodal AI chatbot and implement a RAG system. So the chatbot using the RAG system is able to fetch YouTube video transcript and answer questions about it. The chatbot is using a vector database to store and retrieve information. It's offering a speech and text input to converse with it. And we were asked to evaluate the model as best as possible using tools like Langsmith and Giscard. I worked 7 days on the project and I was all alone. All right, this is a quick flowchart of the project. Let's have a gross overview over it. You as a user interact with Alice via Flask interface. You can use your voice or text to talk to her and you get voice answers. The chatbot is at the core of the chatbot, you have a long chain agent. The agent is fully controlled by an LLM, large language model, in my case, GPT-4o Mini. The personality of Alice is defined inside the prompt. And as I said, the agent is able to leverage a retrieval augmented generative system and a set of tools to access to fetch and store information for to a vector database, for example, and fetch information from Wikipedia, book information from Wikipedia, or book reviews from YouTube. 7 days is not a lot, as you imagine, as you all experience, but I'm super proud of what I achieved. First of all, because Alice is answering questions, so that was, it seems like a given, but actually it took a few days to reach to this point. She's doing a very clever use of the tools I gave her. So she's first checking her internal database before fetching new information from the outside, from Wikipedia, for instance. And she's then storing this new information into the database to reuse it later. And on a personal point of view, I find that she's an engaging chatbot. I surprise myself sometimes spending 20 minutes talking to her. Maybe because I'm a creator, I don't know. And of course, there are a lot of steps following, especially to reduce the latency, to make the conversation a bit more intuitive and like a lifelike conversation. Alice should become more robust also. She tends to hallucinate and invent content to question, like invent some answers sometime. And of course, the whole user experience, especially the UI, should be improved and move towards a deployed solution. I want to give you with one takeaway before moving on to the demo is that Alice is a powerful combination of what you can do with a large language model and a flexible RAG. She's an AI librarian, but you can easily customize her to create a chatbot to do customer service, fetch documentation, and train employees inside a company, reduce time and cost. And if you move to a fully open source alternative, you could have everything run locally to address privacy issues inside companies. I want to take 1 second to thank Ironhack and especially two teachers, Carlos and Isabella, for their amazing support. And of course, the whole team. It's been a wonderful journey all together. And without further ado, I want to present you Alice. Hey, Alice, I brought some guests today. Want to say hi to them? Tell us about you. she's exactly like I left her at the end of the project. I didn't work on her further. Okay. Yeah, she's a bit slow, of course, this presentation.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alice, and like my namesake from Alice in Wonderland, I have a curiosity that leads me on wonderful journeys through the ever-enchanting realms of classic literature. As a librarian...
I'm going to shush her because she talks too much. Can you hear her well?
We
Let me know.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, Alice, I'm reading Christmas Carol right now, and I didn't understand the ending. Okay, you see she's fetching information from her database. As you can see, the latency is still a bit long, but this is running on my 10-year-old computer, so let's be nice to her.
At the end of A Christmas Carol, Ebenezer Scrooge undergoes a profound transformation after his encounters with the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future.
And last but not least, what was mandatory into the project, like specification, was to be able to talk about YouTube video. I'm simply going to give her this book review of Lord of the Ring. What about this book review? I'm going to use text here so I can paste the link. You see she's fetching YouTube now, getting the transcript, analyzing it, summarizing it, using internal sub-models to summarize and grade her answers. And hopefully she should answer now. Running out of time.
This video revisits Tolkien's classic, The Lord of the Rings, exploring how its world building, characterization, plot structure, and writing style resonate with modern audiences.
Okay, I hate to stop her. Okay, thanks, Alice. We're running out of time. Have a nice day. Bye. And that was Alice. Thank you, everyone.
Incredible. Thank you so much,
It was
Alex.
a pleasure sharing this moment with you and your guests. I hope your reading brings...
Yeah, she's made to talk. She was been made to talk about literature, so when she starts, she kind of...
And she certainly does, and you very much proved that. And I feel bad to interrupt her, but
yeah, me too.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. I'll pass over to Isabella for your comments.
Thank you so much, Juliette. Thank you so much for your presentation, Alex. Do you want to maybe explain to everybody how your project is a little bit different than the usual RAG applications that we see?
What do you mean by different? I can't believe she's asking me a question on my presentation day.
No, what I mean is typical RAG. You have a document and you can only answer questions about that document. And you actually went through a lot of trouble to make sure that you could add new documents to your database.
Okay, yeah, true. Yeah, that's true. That my goal actually was to kind of like create a chatbot with an empty database at first. So she's like learning from other people. So she's not limited. She's able, as I said, to fetch new information, store it into her database, expand her database, and increase her knowledge, which means the more she's going to interact with people and the cleverer she's going to get. Obviously, because, well, she's still a librarian, so I kind of had to pack 70,000 books into her head, so she knows what she's talking about. But if you come up with your own book and, well, explain it to her, she's going to store it into her database. She's going to be able to talk about it.
Thank you so much, Alex. I think it's very impressive. I think it's really nice because everybody gets a custom experience from Alice. Whatever you feed to Alice, she's going to feed back to you.
Exactly.
I know also that the project was quite in a strict timeline, so it's really cool that you took the time to implement extra functionalities into that. And I also know that you worked on making this more compatible with open source models, which kudos to you. It's not always easy. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a tricky thing. I mean, we all want to go open source at first, and then we just rely on OpenAI in the end. But yeah, I try my best.
Now, especially in 7 days, it's really hard to fully have an open source model connected and working, but it's really impressive nonetheless.
Thanks.